Good morning, India, Anambra, and everyone watching us this morning on our Breakfast TV show. We gladly welcome you. It's a beautiful Thursday morning, and this morning we are starting the show with the stories that are trending on our national dailies. But first, we'll start the stories we have on our website, that is ABS website. My name is Chidinma Orangwa.
And I'm Ajuluchuku Okabwe.
All right, our guest is already seated with us in the studio this morning, but after the short break, you get to meet him. Stay with us. All right, we are back, and our guest is Izuchukwu Ejikeme. He is a public affairs analyst. Izu, how are you doing?
I'm good. Good morning, good morning, Nigerians. Good morning.
All right, quickly, we are starting with the stories trending on the papers we have this morning. First of all, is the Daily Times newspaper. That is the first paper we have. And the banner headline in front of the Daily Times says, Tinubu to judiciary. Undertake reforms for functional justice system. And then we still have Asrider under it. Says much can be achieved when institutions of government unite to acknowledge the challenges and brainstorm. Akpabio seeks urgent reform in approach in interlocutory appeals in civil cases. CJN charges judiciary to leverage technological innovation to address grabs, inefficiency, and undue influence. Federal government addressing root causes of violent extremism, says a counter-terrorism boss. Alleged $9.6 billion P&ID scam herring in EFCC suit against fleeing return stalled. And the federal government revokes 924 dormant mining licenses as minister decries racketeering. Nigeria Air Force joint airstrike, eliminate terrorists and destroy hideouts. And up there, you can still see Kaduna Assembly commences probe into El-Rufai's financial deals. All right, these are the stories we have in the front page of the Daily Times newspaper. Izu, we have a whole lot of stories there. So, which one would you want to talk about this morning?
I think we go with Nigeria Air Force joint airstrikes, eliminate terrorists and destroy hideouts.
Okay, as Minister decries racketeering.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
You know, the problem we have in this country on a daily basis, we hear stories about destroying and ambushing terrorist camps. And the more we keep hearing these stories, the more it continues to increase on a daily basis. Currently in northern Nigeria, you can't travel for 4 hours without being kidnapped, without being abducted. So it has nothing to do with us. I think security issues should be a confidential issue. Coming on board to tell Nigerians that yes, we have invaded the terrorists and we have gotten them, we have killed them, whereas it keeps skyrocketing on a daily basis. It's not making issues at all. So that's the only thing I have to say.
What do you have to say about Tinubu to judiciary undertake reforms for functional justice system, which they say the law court is the hope of the common man, and I'm sure that we all know how compromised our judicial system actually is. You understand? So what do you have to say based on what the president is saying, that the judiciary needs to undergo certain...
I think we need a total reform, not only in judiciary. Mr. President charged the judiciary, it's apt. commendable. It's not only talk. I think there is need for implementation as soon as possible, because this is our own country. We have no other one except this one.
Thank you. Quickly, let's go to the next paper we have for review this morning, which happens to be the Punch newspaper. And the banner headline is saying, consumers lament as food price rises 30% in 8 states. Beans, Gary, semolina, orders rise by 30% despite currency gain. That's the rider there. And then we have Q returns as fuel scarcity hits Abuja, 5 states. 35 oil firms force probe over environmental pollution. Delayed justice. Tinubu National Assembly demand judicial reforms. We just saw that in the other paper. I sneezed blood 2 days before chess marathon began on Nakoya Say. 500,000 households to get Lagos palliative, says Sanwo-Olu. JAM plans meeting with NIMC over candidates with double name. Bullying, parents seek justice after another student speaks out. And police shooting victim, not Lautech student. That's coming from management. Quickly, let's see what we have here. Consumers lament as prices rise 30%. In 8 days. I think it's the entire federation.
When we are seeing that the dollar naira is gaining strength, and then we are supposed to be having the effect. The prices of food coming down, but it's skyrocketing. What is actually going on?
Well, I say that we are the architects of our own problem, Nigerians. I remember vividly yesterday, someone walked to my office and said, 001, bag of rice now is 50k. I wonder why some vendors are still selling a plate of rice for 800 and 1,000 naira inside school. I said to the person, please, are you sure of this? Another person came and said, we bag of pure water within Ifite Axis student area is 600 per bag. Whereas you come to Aroma, you buy it at 400, 350. So we are the architect of our own problem.
Is it because there are no agencies to regulate these prices? That's why somebody will buy from the same source and sell at different prices.
I'm telling you, we don't have any agency that will regulate the prices.
Like what we were even talking about off air before the program started about fuel. In certain parts of the state, you see these filling stations selling for this amount, that amount. And you begin to wonder, where is DPR? Because they are the regulatory body to make sure that this fuel is being sold at a specific amount.
It's not being functional. I think the day before yesterday, I finished very late, so I need to buy fuel. Then I moved to one filling station around Quarter. And when I got there, what I was seeing on the meter was 900. I said to the young man selling the fuel, please, are you the one did you deliberately pass this? He said, no, that this is what they are selling.
900.
900 naira. And I have to buy.
Did you buy?
I buy. Because it was a regulate. We don't have regulatory bodies. All the regulatory bodies, they have abandoned their job.
Well, on the second thought, I think we are also the people that is, encouraging them to do something like this.
Exactly.
You said it's late and you needed the fuel, yeah. But if not, it's because we are patronizing these people. You made mention of selling a bag of sachet water down, if you did, 600 naira. But when I come to Aroma, I'll buy it 400 naira. Then I will come to Aroma and buy it. If I have any business in Aroma, I'm just saying, it's because we are patronizing them most times. That's why they keep selling it, because they know that we must buy.
Is to engage the traders union, because they have traders union down there. I invited them and I engaged them, since their body and their union is not functioning well. Even in that, if you go to one shop, you buy, maybe let me use cosmetics, you buy that of 1.5 in this shop. You go to another shop, 2 shops, you buy it for 3K or 2.5.
Same product.
Same product. And I think it's because we are patronizing them. And because of all these Yahoo boys who doesn't know the value of money. Once they come, you tell them price, they go there and do what? And they don't even price. So I think it's high time we Nigerians look inwardly. And if peradventure, if the regulatory bodies are not working, the government should look inwardly and raise other bodies that will help us to curb this menace.
Well, to that effect, we can see the governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu, 500,000 households to get Lagos palliative, says Sanwo-Olu. Probably maybe this is to cushion the effect of the price, 30% price hike in food commodities. Wow, I think we really have a whole lot to do about.
Because you can also see the picture there where they are sharing, I think that should be noodles.
Noodles, yeah.
Yes. Okay, let's...
I don't know where we are heading in this country. I don't really know where we are heading in this country. A sitting governor sharing noodles, and you call that palliative?
Wow.
I, as a student leader, last Sunday, I went around the churches in the campus, sharing bags of rice, 50 kg, enough cartons of noodles, tomatoes, power oil, bureau to indigent students. And the sitting governor is sharing noodles only.
No, maybe this one is the one they captured. I think...
Oh, they shouldn't have captured it. They shouldn't have captured the noodles part. They would have given us something, show us something more important, something more meaningful.
Even the noodles is out of the reach of a common man now. A carton of it is about 8,000 to 9,000 naira. How much are we talking about?
Look at the picture very well. Look at the picture. I don't think he's giving them 1 carton each.
No, they just wanted to open it for us to see what is contained inside the carton. So probably for anybody that will come, they will hand you over.
Well, I commend him for giving
palliative to 500,000
households. I really commend him for that initiative, and I also charge other state governors, well-meaning individuals, philanthropists, to emulate from him. Ago di nobodo, ifesibike.
While we are still pleading with the federal government
yes.
to make sure that they bring out reforms, policies that will help us, because this economic hardship is biting hard on so many people, you know, to ease whatever is happening to us, and also the prices of food. Instead of like skyrocketing, I want to wake up tomorrow and they will tell me that a pint bucket of garri is now sold at 1,000 naira. That is what I want to wake up, or 500 naira.
Before we used to buy at 500.
But now it's almost 2,000 naira.
3,000.
3,000 naira. So I just want to wake up and hear that, oh yeah, the price has gone so down that it's now 500
Even
naira.
the indomie that is the food of the common man now.
No, we are not advertising anything. Noodles.
The noodles. The noodles that is the food of the common man now. Currently, for you to buy noodles, for you to eat noodles, you feel like you are investing your home this thing in it.
All right, quickly, let's go over to the next paper. That is the Vanguard newspaper this morning. The big story there: why power sector crisis won't end soon by electricity workers. Okay, and then we can see where that lantern that we used to see those days. We are seeing where children are using the lantern to study, and they say it's frequent system collapse caused by technical and other factors. JNCOs, gas shortages, aging, dilapidated machinery, inadequate power evacuation capacity, discos, outdated, obsolete networks, inadequate maintenance of network equipment, low meter penetration, poor supply becoming unbearable, CPPE. Our members still generate their power at higher cost, LCCI. We need huge investment. This is coming from an expert. And then up there, 5.2 trillion naira debt. Federal government recovers 57 billion naira from 10 NDAs. Rivers crisis. 4 Wike loyalists resign as commissioners from Fubara's cabinet. hardship, Sanwo-Olu launches a co-cares intervention for 5,000 Lagosians. Lead British school victims sues bullies, give ultimatum for sanction. Okwama Ewu, over 12 residents trapped in forest die of hunger and sickness. As Oberevori inaugurates committee to resettle and rehabilitate villagers. Many villagers still missing. We are searching for them. This is coming from the leaders of the community. Failed Air Nigeria EFCC operatives grill Sibika as ex-minister defends role. Siasia excludes stubborn Mikel from Super Regal's all-time best. X1. Okay, these are the stories we have in the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Let's talk about the big story. Why power sector prices won't end very soon. So a lot of riders there talking about obsolete equipment, inadequate generation of enough power and all that being the cost of this situation. So it's not going to end very soon. So we don't even have hope that maybe in the next 5 years or in the next 10 years that we are going to enjoy 24 power supply. And yet the other day they dished out their plans for band A and band D, whatever. Some people say that they are even bandless because they don't even know where they belong.
In my zone, we are bandage.
Okay, bandage.
We are bandage in my zone. See, last week I was watching the video when the Honorable Minister for Power said that he can't solve the problem of 20-something years in just 1 year. So with that statement, you know there is no hope at all.
Even if you can't solve it,
yes.
Can you put us on the pedestal of solving it, even though you won't solve it? But at least prefer solutions and then let us understand. Let your principal know that this is what we are. Let Nigerians know.
I was moved to visit the regional office of EED stuff because they are not the ones generating light, electricity.
They're distributing.
Yeah, they are just distributing. And when I met the regional manager, he sat me down because I was going there with another perspective that they are the ones causing the problem, that they have generated the electricity and they don't want to distribute it. They are not distributing it to some set of individuals. And when I got there, the young man sat me down and told me a lot of stories. Even I began to pity him in that office. The problem started from top. Country without electricity. How do you expect people to survive? That is why people are selling for 1K, 1.2. Sometimes in the midnight, if you go to black market, you buy at 1.5, and people are buying it because they can't stand that price. I don't really know who we offended in this country. I don't know. But I think they have taken steps. They have already engaged some experts to make sure that it's being fixed.
Well, the experts are saying that the sector needs huge investment. Well,
falls back to the table of the government to know what they are going to do. Yeah, you know, was it on Monday that they told us they are going to resell some of those discos, yeah?
Discos, yeah. I think in 8 states.
Yes. So let's see if that will make things better in the power sector.
The next paper for review is the Daily Independent, and the banner headline is screaming, Kiyamo lacks power to suspend Dana Air, aviation experts are saying. And the writer says, it's gross interference on safety procedures. Yet, we are yet to receive any letter from NCAA, that's coming from Dana. Kaduna Assembly demands Air Rufai's transactions as probe begins. Pro-Wike commissioners reject redeployment, quit Fubara's cabinet. Obi asks privileged Nigerians to intervene in the area of water education. Federal government revokes 924 mining licenses to sanitize sector. Civil servants first to benefit from Tinubu's consumer credit scheme. Tinubu asks judiciary to ensure reforms guarantee Nigerians' well-being. Akpabio assures NAS will deliberate and enshrine reforms into law. EFCC hands over 14 forfeited properties to Enugu State. We fulfilled our promises, says Sanwo-Olu. Nigeria must redouble efforts to mitigate greenhouse gas emissions. That's coming from the federal government. Fire raises goods worth millions of naira in Edo shopping mall. And this and all and more is what we have on the Daily Independent newspaper. Well, Keyamo lacks power to suspend Dana Air. Sometimes I don't know if most of these appointee ministers get to even know the terms of operation in their ministry. For the experts in the aviation industry coming to tell us that the Minister of Aviation lacks power to suspend, and you begin to wonder, is it that as Nigerians we are power drunk and we don't follow due process in order to exert, will I say, authorities?
Under the Ministry of Aviation, we have few agencies over there, which includes Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria. And the minister supersedes in that ministry because he's the chief executive officer of that ministry. So I don't know the expert coming to tell us that the minister lacks power to suspend Dana Air. I don't know who's the boss now.
Yeah, this was a case of the airplane that skidded off the runway.
Yes.
Yeah. Quickly, let's see this issue of a probe for the immediate past governor of Kaduna State. That's talking about Malam El-Rufai, and they say the assembly demands probe into his transactions. You know, not too long ago, the present governor, Ubasani, came up and said that paying salary, you understand, to staff, to workers in the state was going to be very, very difficult, that El-Rufai left the state treasury empty and dry. So now El-Rufai came back to refute those claims and said that there were monies that he left behind and everything. So the assembly is now saying, Oga, please come and tell us how you expended the state's money for the 8 years you were in power and the rest of it all.
I think he should be held accountable for whatever that happened in that state. But you know, one of the issues we have in this country we're facing on daily basis is that now they are asking for the transaction or the statement on how he spent both the income
generated and then
generated and allocations. When it's being presented, nobody will hear about that. And once the matter dies, nobody will hear about that. Again, is it the work of the House of Assembly to prove?
Probably they are taking a different dimension to this. Since EFCC is saddled with hunting after Yaya, the elusive Yaya Bello.
I'm going to ask, does it mean that some of these agencies, they are no longer aware of their day-to-day activities?
No, they are not too long ago, Monso. Not too long ago, Izuchukwu. Not too long ago, Serap, I think a week or thereabout ago, Serap were demanding that 36 governors come and give account of the loans they collected, you know, start to better the life of the citizens of their state. 36. I think even including the FCT too.
Yeah, but are you sure we collected?
No, 36 governors were to come and, all the loans you collected, please come and account. That was Serap demanding that these state governors come and give account of the loans that they collected. That is previous governors, not present governors, the previous ones. Okay. Come and give account of the loans that you've collected and how you expended it. So I think there are agencies that are out there that are seeing to the well-being of this money is being collected, and that the citizens are not so impoverished. Because governors come and collect loan and say they are using it for certain infrastructural development, and at the end of it all, they leave office and nothing is being done. The projects are all left as White Elephant Project. So there's a need for some authorities. So if the National Assembly, State House of Assembly rather, in Kaduna State decides to want to probe into the expenditure of the previous government, I don't see, so long the desired result comes out of it, EFCC could be saddled with so many responsibilities.
Rest assured that you're in Nigeria.
Nothing will come out of that, is that what you're saying?
The rest assured. Maybe sometime I will come, maybe in the next 6 months when I come back here, I will actually how far.
Well, the papers will be telling us what's happening.
All right, let's see the Nation newspaper. The big story there, government opens Nigeria's access to consumer credit with 100 billion naira scheme to put money in pockets, stimulate manufacturing. Experts, speaker, program is okay. And then DSTV raises subscription rate. Mining quarry licenses revoked. We've seen the Lagos State and their 5,000 household palliative. No, let me read this one very well. Lagos package 500,000 households under a co-care free meal initiative.
Okay.
So they are not going to give out or cook free meal. So probably they are going to be cooking the meal. They will be serving the family.
The meal, is it 1 day or?
We are coming to that. Telcom firms seek nod to raise tariff. Tax defaulting politicians to be barred from contesting. Lawmakers to get a bill. And then we have down there Rivers crisis. Attorney General, Finance Commissioner Pete Fubara, ESCO. Okay. EFCC returns recovered assets to Enugu government. House takes document in probe of El Rufai administration. Ajayi Ebisteni Mafo orders in battle for Ondo PDP ticket. Makinde vows not to back any candidate older than 52 in 2027. Okay, these are the stories we have in front of the Nation newspaper. So you were saying something about the feeding. It seems like the Nation can't.
Yeah, I'm much interested in that feeding part.
Because what we saw in the other papers are palliative, but now we are seeing that it's feeding, that meals. So it's going to be like a cooked meal. Is it children in school, or are they going to cook and be coming to houses every morning? They will knock at your door and serve you a plate of rice or a plate of ewedu and amala.
No, I'm looking at the sharing formula.
Or they are going to be asking them to come to a
particular place and then eat and then go.
Probably brunch or lunch or dinner. So I don't know how it's going to work out.
But they have
and take the food, right?
Yes, I take the food.
Now the question is, at the targeted 500,000 people, how do you get them?
How do you get that number?
Just walk into the place. Even people that we know that can
afford,
can afford to eat very well, they just walk into the place and take it.
That is the government of Lagos for you. They have said 500,000.
500,000 households. Not individual. Households.
So in the house, you might have like 4 or 5 people in the house.
So this is humongous, you understand?
So you might be looking about almost more than 1 million.
You're talking about me like
persons. Wow, that's a huge one.
That's a huge one.
Well, we just keep our fingers crossed and see how this will play out, and the modalities. Okay. But you will not be among the people that this food will be served. Another thing that is worrisome here is this subscription. DSTV raises subscription rate. Yeah, I just saw it yesterday that a premium, not the compact package that used to pay to 12,500 is skyrocketed from 7,500 to 9,500 to 12,500. Now it's 15,500 or 700. And then you keep wondering what is going on. These are foreign companies that came to Nigeria. Does it mean that we cannot, regulate these people and tell them what to do in this country?
Are you aware that some persons, some companies, foreign companies are leaving Nigeria gradually, while some are relocating to Ghana and other African countries? Yes, you might be criticizing and say that from 9,905 to 12,000, from 12 to 15. But when they tell you what they're passing through in the hands of some government officials and agencies, SCC and others,
So the masses should suffer for that. So we are going to pay for maybe whatever it is that they are being billed to pay. Now, a lot of people, even me personally, I have always subscribed for pay as you go. Now, I'll just have to recharge, and any time I come home, I watch my TV, it will be reading for me. If I travel, when I come back, I still continue. But this one, we know we don't even have light. So you don't have light.
You subscribe, so maybe you have light for 2 hours in a week. Okay, that was in a week.
Because you're at work.
Okay. So when you come back, you have light for 2 hours. So at the end of the month,
you pay 15,000.
Whatever I cannot access through this room, let's leave it at that.
But you talk about the children at home and the rest of it.
Of course.
You understand? Or we resort back to buying DVDs and then playing cartoons and the rest of it for children at home. Because
I guess all these things are happening because we've not had a strong competitor in Nigeria. Yes. Because if we have had one, maybe they will reorganize themselves and know what they need to do. And the thing now is, if you have money, you subscribe. If you don't have money, you forget about it.
Nobody asks you.
Okay.
The next paper for review is the Guardian newspaper, and the banner headline is there saying, federal government non-retention policy. Over 5,032 first-class graduates languish amid vacancies in varsities. And then we have the picture there, Unilag, University of Ibadan, they are all listed out with the figures and everything. To employ a single lecturer, you have to go through 7 MDAs, namely IPPIS Office of the Head of Service, Federal Character Commission, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Labor, National Universities Commission. Wow. Currency outside bank up to 300% as economy slips into cash hoarding. And then we have Wike's loyalists resign redeployment, resign from Rivers cabinet. Zulum urges establishment of military bases in Sambisa Forest, Mandara Hill. EFCC withdraws appeal against order restraining Yaya Bello's arrest. Wow. Aviators fault interference as federal government grounds Dana Air operations. Federal government probes bullying incident at British International School, Abuja. That is.
Let's also see the Daily Trust and Tribune. Daily Trust. Corruption, undue influence undermining our justice system. This is coming from CJN. And we have writers that Tinubu NBA demand judiciary reforms. Curb ex-parte order abuse, Akpabio tells SJC. Politicians, not judges, to blame. This is coming from Yadudu. Experts weigh in as federal government grounds Dana Air after a runway accident. Zulum to military, establish base in Sambisa Forest. Poultry farmers lose birds as temperature heats over 40 degrees centigrade. Concerns of few queues worsen in Abuja, Lagos and others. And then varsity workers demand 350,000 naira minimum wage. Loans, Kaduna Assembly demands L5 transaction. Tinubu approves takeout of consumer credit scheme. And then finally, the Nigerian Tribune, we have EFCC discovers Yahoo training schools in almost all states. Withdraws appeal against Yahaya Bello. Anti-graft agency boss must exercise restraint out. This is coming from lawyers. CSOs protest in Lagos frown on media trial. EFCC hands over 14 forfeited properties to Enugu government. 7 aspirants slug it out as Ondo PDP governorship primary holds today. Tinubu approves takeoff of consumer credit scheme. Federal government revokes 924 dormant mining licenses. First Bank emerges best private bank in Nigeria, best for investment in Africa. And then Rivers Finance Justice Commissioners resign, reject redeployment. West Africa closing primary. Okay, losing primacy in cocoa production and export warrants. Sanwo-Olu, we have fulfilled our promises, launching free food for 500,000 households. Nigeria divided requires one statesman to unite it, coming from Saraki. Ban on open grazing still in force, Obaseki. Interesting stories we have in all these papers, the front pages of all these papers, The Guardian.
EFCC discover.
And
I
I know you'll be interested in that.
It's not all. It's almost in all the streets now.
Not even states.
Streets, even streets. It's all in all the states.
What happens in the training school?
Are you one of them?
Because I want to know what definitely. Because
you know what they did there.
I
I think we need to invite one of them. One of those people that attend this.
to come and tell us what's happening there.
I'm telling you, I really want to know what happens in the school.
Probably they are training them on how to, extort money from people illegally and all that. So we don't know what is happening there until we visit them.
Yeah, if I don't know if you've noticed recently, there's been a lot of scams going on. Somebody will just call you and then call one fictitious name and tell you, "Don't you remember me? We did business some time ago." I've received such calls on a regular basis.
Someone will even call you and tell you that your sister had an accident. She's in the hospital right now, and that you need to deposit a particular amount of money. If not, she will die.
So
and
is this
need to run around? Unless if you know what's up, you call your sister.
Some persons
So we
will
have
send you,
so many
will
ways
call you on
they are doing
phone
that.
and they will tell you there is one group that you belong on WhatsApp that you'll be having a group meeting. Are you aware that?
So you've come back. So is this what happens in the Yahoo training
I
school?
think that's the school being given to them over there. I'm not a member. I don't have any relation that is also a member there.
So now that EFCC has discovered this, what are they doing with them? That's the issue now.
They collect all the things that they have generated, all the weight they have acquired, and return to.
Well, we just saw where they returned 8 properties in Enugu State government. So
I think that one, it was the one embezzled by government officials.
Yeah.
The ones you got from these boys, who are you returning it to? Who is the owner? Who is the owner? Sorry.
Maybe they will pay it into government coffers because we don't know the owner. You don't even know the people that they defrauded.
they defrauded. So
Some people are not Nigerians. People they defrauded are not Nigerians. So how will you even trace the people to give them back the money? But the only thing I feel is that maybe to just go to the school, whatever it is they are working with, if you to seize the equipment, everything, and if it's to destroy those places, so you make sure that they will not return to that. But then again, the government needs to do something because some of these people that are in these schools, these Yahoo schools, some of them are graduates. Graduates. But because of lack of job, you see them joining this. I'm not saying that I'm justifying whatever they're doing, but if they are meaningfully employed and they have things that they are doing, they will not go this route. You understand me? So the government should try their best. And then people should also key into, like in Anambra State, we have the One You Two Skills initiative, and the second phase will still come soon. So, but our youth, all the so much, like quick money, you just want to get it immediately, and huge money, so you start spending it. Nobody wants to suffer these days. So, while we are talking about government making sure that we have, places that these people will work, so that after school they will be gainfully employed. We're also pleading with our youth to see that when you are even in school, you try as much as possible to learn 1 or 2 skills so that when you graduate, even if you don't have a job, you still have something to fall back on. So that you don't come and justify it.
That's basically spread on daily basis, encouraging our youth to engage themselves in meaningful things, 1 or 2. Even an idle man is a devil
workshop.
Some persons, when they come to school, they see their classmates cruising on Lexus 350.
Or GLK.
It's like you have one. And they are being moved with all these materialistic tendencies and advertisement. But it's only God that will help the youth of nowadays, because no matter the kind of preaching you preach to them, it's only God that can touch their hearts. So that's all I have to say.
Well, on that note, we want to say a very big thank you to you, Izuchukwu, for joining us, Izuchukwu Ejikeme, for joining us on Press Review this morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Danandro. Thank you, our listeners and viewers.
All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we still have something else that we will be discussing this morning. Stay with us.